You have the basics down, but did you remember the things to keep you fed, fresh, and ready for anything when plans take a turn? Let's find out. Hey fam, it's Andrea.
And Edward.
And this is our final part of our 3-part series on the top 15 must-pack items for off-ship cruise activities.
We're closing out strong with 5 more essentials plus a bonus tip that'll help you avoid common mistakes and make the most out of every port stop.
All right, let's get right into it.
Number 11 is a soft collapsible cooler. This isn't one that we had on our list until our recent trip to Curacao. All right, when we landed, we rented a car, and the car rental company included a small cooler for the beach. When we looked at it, we were like, I don't know if we're gonna really need this cooler. We're used to just going to the beach and just purchasing drinks and food and other items when we get there. It was a lifesaver for us. We couldn't really pack a full meal in it, but it did allow us to bring in some cold drinks that worked out perfectly when we got extremely thirsty because we were near dehydration. So now what we did, we went out and got this soft collapsible igloo cooler that we can't wait to take on our next trip, which we're actually going in a couple of weeks. And if you ever travel to the Caribbean, the island time is completely different than any other time. And we experienced that in Curacao. The bar was supposed to open at noon. We got there, went to the bar, it was 1 p.m. and they still was not open. We asking people when the bar going to open, they did not know. So fortunately, we had that little small cooler from the rental car place, and we were able to put a couple of drinks in there and some ice just to get us by. This cooler is perfect for keeping water cold in hot climates. And a pro tip, get some ice from wherever you're staying, or if they don't have an ice machine, go to the buffet, be super friendly like we always are, and just ask them if they can give you a few cubes of ice for your cooler.
Smart idea.
Smart idea. As always, I'm the smart guy.
Item number 12, snacks. As the resident foodie of all of our trips, let's talk about this and what we can do to help you on your next trip. Snacks are a necessity just like water and air, especially if you're on a long excursion, if you're traveling with kids or even seniors. Granola bars, trail mix, crackers, or fruit snacks are perfect. Some excursions run long and lunch isn't always provided. A light snack can seriously boost your energy when you're walking all day and before you become hangry. What is also helpful is if you take medicine, you may need some of these snacks for making sure that your stomach isn't empty. And if you're a diabetic, please plan ahead before getting on any excursion. Again, you can be in the middle of nowhere and may not have any type of food or water or sugar, so you want to keep that in consideration. Do what works for you at the end of the day. You know, a girl loves some snacks. This right here.
And lucky number 13, a change of clothes. If you're doing any water activity, having dry clothes is a must. Or if you're like me and you sweat a lot, you definitely need to bring you a couple of additional shirts. I'll always bring an extra shirt and an extra undergarment. You just never know. What I love to do is use them in my little packing garment. Getting caught in a surprise rainstorm or soaked from snorkeling, or having a near-death experience like I did on a water tube in Costa Rica, I almost needed a new set of everything. It's also helpful if you're heading to a nice restaurant after your excursion. You can quickly change and it just helps you feel a lot better and fresher. I'll just roll mine up tight in a small packing cube, such as little Pinky here, and just toss it into my dry bag and off we go.
All right, y'all. Number 14 on the item list, sunscreen and sunburn lotion. Let's get into this. As someone of my fair complexion, this is a non-negotiable, especially if you're cruising to a sun-filled port with intense heat. Something to consider, especially thinking about the environment, is using what they call a reef-safe sunscreen. There's one brand called Thrive, Thrive, to protect both your skin and the environment. You also want to keep a travel size aloe vera gel or some type of after sun lotion This helps with sunburn. So you have to remember some medications can increase the skin's sensitivity to the sun. So it makes you more prone to sunburns or tanning actually very quickly. Consider something like this or just regular aloe vera. So with that, you want to make sure that you reapply every couple of hours after either sweating or water activities. Make sure you include your lips because your lips actually do burn too. So make sure that you grab a lip balm that has SPF.
All right, so we made it to number 15. This last but not least, and this is one that people often will not think about. And you need to always make sure you bring a printed copy of the ship's name, the port address, and all aboard time. When we leave the ship, we keep this in a Ziploc bag along with our ID and port documents. If you're ever delayed or get lost, or if there's an incident, this is your lifeline. And remember, not all ports have reliable internet and Wi-Fi to check your app. So having these printed documents will be extremely helpful if you're in a bind. I also recommend writing down your emergency contacts just in case your phone dies. These items are lightweight and they do not take up much space in your bag, but they are a must-have for you when you venture off the ship.
All right, let's talk about the last thing that we have to share with you today, and that is our bonus. Before you step off that ship and head out to the port or to that excursion, you must bring yourself a pair of water shoes. Yes, don't be fooled and think that these are only for swimming. It is not. These little rusty dusties are a must-have for your cruise excursions, especially when you're going to the beach, waterfalls, caves, rocky shorelines. Trust me, not all beaches are the same. Some have really rocky entrances, so you want to consider those things. And this right here, I'll have my husband to link that in, but these are great. We've had them a couple of years and we've repurchased as well. So definitely bonus tip here is to make sure that you bring a pair if you know that that's where your excursion is heading for the day.
And the wonderful thing about this specific brand is that it has this super tough rubber sole, which is great for, like my wife said, great for some of those real jagged terrains, or if you're going to do any type of off-roading. You don't have to worry about stubbing your toe as much, or if you're doing like any type of volcano climb or something crazy like that. Okay, so they're great for the beach, they're great for the water. When we went to our last excursion, we went out in the water, and one thing you need to understand when y'all are running out from the beach and going into the water, the thing that you can't see is that there's a lot of fish, there's a lot of coral, and we even had a flounder that was swimming around our feet.
Had no idea for like a whole hour.
Yeah, until we put on our snorkel gear, stuck our head in the water, and we saw all these fish around.
Oh.
Yeah, so at that point, that was definitely a game changer for us, because we were like, let's definitely keep our shoes on and go from there.
Yeah. And that wraps up our full series on the top 15 essentials for off-ship cruise days. With these items in your bag, you're ready to explore like a seasoned traveler.
If you found this series helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. So for me, I always bring an extra shirt or two and an extra pair of undies.
You do not bring undies, you bring undergarments, boo.
Undies. I like my underoos. Undergarments?
Undergarments.
Underwear and undies and underoos. do. I don't need an extra pair of undergarments, just undergarments.
Just a draw.
I know, right? I always bring an extra shirt and an extra pair of drawers, y'all. Costa Rica. Okay. That's what I say Curacao. I was getting close. I damn near about to say Aruba. I literally was. I was like, Costa Rica. Costa Rica. Almost needing a new life, y'all. The light was bright. I was going towards the light. I was touching the light. I saw it. I was like, he's him, y'all. He's him. And then this Costa Rican man came and grabbed me by my collar and like, sir.
All facts.
All facts. That's for another day. I'm gonna put a little video in here somewhere or a picture. All right. Keep that energy. Don't read. There you go. Do your thing. Let's finish up. Let me get in my pocket right here next to Mrs. Scruffles.
Bonus time. These little rusty dusties.
Go.
Definitely not the back end of the shoe bait. The front.
Good job, boo. Miss part 1 or 2, don't worry. We link them right here on the screen and in the description below. Until next time, travel prepared, travel different, travel all in.